Good morning. Call our pre-agenda meeting to order. Our invocation today will be by Commissioner Antonio Williams. Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Tim Harrell. We then will have approval of the July 7th minutes. Adjustments of the agenda.
Just one little minor wording on our, under consent agenda number 16 is a motion to adopt a resolution to donate a surplus vehicle to the town of Fremont. We just have a motion to donate. It needs to be a resolution to donate. That's number 16.
So rather than a motion, or change that to resolution?
A motion
Motion,
to adopt a resolution to donate a surplus vehicle.
okay.
That's the only one, sir.
Well, I had this resolution that was on my desk. Is that supposed to be walked on?
That's the change.
That is.
Oh, that is it. Oh, okay. Well, it said conveyance of property. I thought it was real
Well, it's
property.
property.
Okay, well, it is real, it is property, okay. All right, special presentations. We'll have a recognition of Wayne County Leadership Institute graduates. Jennifer's gonna do that. And then recognition of Prolic G. Waukesha winning North Carolina's Deal of the Year Mid-Size Market Project. And Chip, you're gonna present that?
I'll do that, yeah.
Appointment Committee. We'll have motion to appoint clerk to the board, Kayla Whitley, to the Juvenile Crime Prevention Council, and then a motion to appoint Ilma Iniguez to the Public Library Board of Advisors. And then I think you've got a few other recommendations for next meeting.
Yeah.
Then on unfinished business, we have a motion to award the contract for DHHS paving. And who's going to be bringing that up? Andrew, are you bringing that up
Yeah, I can go over it during the meeting, that's fine.
during the meeting? Okay. Consent agenda. Late disabled. Did we move that around? Used to be budget amendments first, but anyway, late disabled veterans exemption applications. And those have all been properly vetted.
Correct.
Late elderly exemption application. And those two have been vetted. And then late present use value application. And again, all of these have been vetted and are proper.
Yes, sir.
Now budget amendments.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have quite a few budget amendments to go over. We're going to start with budget amendments for the previous fiscal year to tie that one up. So the first budget amendment is number 569. This budget amendment is to close 3 capital project funds associated with the county's 2017 limited obligation bonds that are no longer needed. The projects were financed and all those proceeds have been expended. These balances do not represent unspent debt proceeds, but they consist primarily of accumulated sales tax and use refunds, as well as interest earnings. These residual balances are from multiple capital projects that were accounted for within these funds. You'll see we have 3 capital project funds that we're requesting to close, and that's capital project fund number 465. This actually funded the Fiber Loop project, Sheriff's Office Central Square software, and street assessments. This capital project fund was for several other capital projects over the years, including Steele Memorial Library and the Wayne Community College Automotive Collision Building. Fund 486 was Meadow Lane Construction, and 487 was for Southern Wayne High School Gymnasium. This project fund for 465 was historically used to house multiple county capital project funds, but as we have evolved and this practice has actually shifted to establishing separate capital project funds, This will improve our financial tracking, reporting, and project accountability through the life of each project. So closing these inactive capital project funds will simplify our financial records, eliminates unnecessary funds that are no longer in use, and transfers the remaining resources to the general fund where they can be used for future board-approved purposes.
Wow. Thank you. Any questions on that? It basically was the sales tax that was still on the books.
Yes, sir, that had just been accumulating over the years.
Okay, thank you.
The next budget amendment is number 578. This budget amendment is to move remaining monies from each of the projects from the strings so that the monies can be used for the Rosewood Middle School construction project. So if you recall, we received a $7 million SCIF, or State Capital Infrastructure Fund grant. $5.325 million was allocated to Rosewood Middle School construction. The remaining $1.675 was to be used for 3 other projects: the Southern Wayne High School track, the Rosewood High School track, and the CBA Cott High School concession stand. Those 3 projects have been completed, and we are requesting to move those unused balances over to be used for the Rosewood Middle School and elementary school projects. $580. This is from
Let me
him.
go back to that one.
Okay.
Since those were grant funds that came from the state, they're okay with us transferring that over to another project?
Yes, sir. That is completely allowable.
Okay, thank you.
Do we know how much was, that we have remaining?
Yes, sir. So, Kayla, if you'll scroll back up, the first one is the Southern Wayne track. We had $6,400 and some change remaining on that one. The CB Aycock concession stand, $1,800. And then the Rosewood track, we had remaining $89,000. So the total that's transferring over is $97,000. You're welcome.
And I asked a question, how we saved so much on one track, and Tim just explained it.
One's a 6-lane, one's an 8-lane.
Oh, okay.
Okay, moving along to number 580.
Say knowledge is power, right?
This is from Human Resources. This is simply to realign the funds from the Human Resources training account to the appropriate training account in DSS for the department employees that utilize the tuition assistance benefit. 582, this is the final budget amendment needed to align our salaries and fringes. Number 588. This is our annual budget amendment to recognize the revenue and expenditures for our enforced collections. And these are the fees that are collected when we enforce property tax collections on foreclosures. This is items like advertising costs, notary, sheriff's fees, and mailing costs, and court filing fees. Budget amendment number 589. This is for the Register of Deeds. This is to recognize additional Register of Deed revenue and appropriate funds to remit required payments to the state for marriage license fees and conveyance taxes. Number 591 is from DSS. This is to realign the budget to pay for the county cost share of special assistance through the end of the fiscal year. This is a monthly cash supplement to low-income elderly and disabled adults who need help paying for basic living expenses. Special assistance caseload has increased by 10.9%. Now we'll be moving on to the budget amendments for the current fiscal year, 26-27. This budget amendment, as well as several of these, are for reappropriations. This one is specifically to reappropriate accumulated funds and additional funds to cover the 27th payroll in the 27-28 fiscal year. So once every, say, 10 years or so, we will have 27 payrolls in a year as opposed to our 26 payroll, since we're paid bi-weekly. So what we have been doing is saving funds every year, little by little. So when we have that 27th payroll next fiscal year, it will not be a tremendous hit on our budget.
Is it 26, 27? You said 27, 28.
Correct. So we're, the 27th payroll will actually happen in 27-28.
And that occurs every 10 years?
Roughly 7 to 10 years. I haven't completely mapped it out, but
But you're setting aside
Little by
an
little.
amount each year to accumulate.
yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Well, she just told you she ain't got plans to be here when it does next time.
Lord willing, I hope I am. Number 3, that budget amendment is from Finance. This is to appropriate the award for JCPC grant funds. These are completely pass-through funds. The next one is for the Public Health Department. It is budget amendment number 4. This is to appropriate the additional WIC funds for a special funding opportunity awarded for program supplies and to appropriate additional WIC funding that was not budgeted for program needs. Budget amendment number 5. This is to reappropriate unspent and unencumbered funds for the parking lot drainage and airfield drainage projects at the Wayne Executive Jetport.
And those are just carryover.
Yes, sir. The next budget amendment is number 7 from WCDA. This is to reappropriate contingency funds in 25-26 to be used to reimburse WCDA for the remainder owed from the sale of the shell buildings purchased by Pelson according to the economic agreement approved on March 7th, 2023. The additional reimbursement is necessary because depreciation expense was inadvertently included in the county's cost calculation used to determine the reimbursement amount. This amendment corrects that error and provides the remaining funds owed to WCDA under the approved agreement.
How much you end up being?
$92,000
No, I'm talking about total.
total, just over $1 million. Number 9. This is actually for DSS. This is to obligate capital reserve funds for the purchase of 2 vehicles for the sheriff's office. These vehicles will be reimbursed by DSS at 50%. These will be used for child support enforcement. Number 12, this is to appropriate the 26-27 funding for wages. These are also pass-through funds. Number 14 is for social services. This is to reappropriate unspent employee activity committees funds for the 26-27 fiscal year. Number 15 is also DSS, and this is to reappropriate the balance in the special adoptions line item. These funds were received from adoption promotion funds and have to be reinvested in that program. 17 is from the public library. This is to reappropriate unused funds that were received from the Wayne County Public Library Foundation. $18 is the library as well. This is to appropriate funds that they have received from a grant for $50,000 from the Library Services and Technology Act. This is for a grant under the name of Future Spaces. Number 19 is also for the library to reappropriate library state aid funds that they were allowed to roll over. And 21 was library as well. This is to appropriate their award from the Library Science and Technology Act for their learning studio, $149,936. And finally, number 22. This budget amendment is to reappropriate infrastructure funding from the North Carolina Public School Building Repair and Renovation Fund for Wayne County Public Schools. You'll see 4 projects listed here. The top one is Tommy's Road Chiller. The second is CBA Chiller. The third is Rosewood Chiller. And the final one is the Norwayne Middle School roof replacement. Now, all of these funds were awarded through the lottery funds and have been assigned to these 4 projects. Any questions?
Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that was a lengthy budget
Yes, sir.
amendment time. All right, the next item is a motion to approve a resolution for the North Carolina Governor's Highway Safety Program awarding Wayne County Sheriff's Office $271,615 and appropriate budget amendment. Sheriff, you hear that for this today?
Yes, sir.
Anybody got any questions on that? This is a continuation of a program we've had in the past, is that correct?
That is correct. It lapsed. We didn't realize we could reapply. And we found out we could. So we're not adding on any more people or anything. It's just to start building ramp back up into the program again.
Okay.
So in 3 years, we'll be able to apply for 2 more positions.
Great. Any questions?
One thing I'd like to, board is $271,616. The county will be putting up $47,032 in match.
Okay, so we're getting 271.
Yes,
But
sir.
we're matching that 271 with the 47,932.
That is correct, and this the motion is to include the budget amendment, the appropriate budget amendment.
So it just goes to show you nothing's free.
So it's almost 300,000 then, basically.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It is a match. The first year is 15%, second year is 30%, the fourth year is 55%. But we're not adding on anything, so either the county's gonna pay these people to do it, or the state's gonna pay these people to do it. So we're not adding on anything.
Let me hear that again.
Am I saying that right, Angie? Yeah, we already got the people in place.
Yes, sir, you're correct.
So the only thing they required us to do was to rename our unit, and it'll be, instead of the DWI task force, it'll now be safe, sheriff's alcohol, something. I forgot what exactly it's called. But what I'm saying is, the people, as you said, are already in place.
Okay.
And we're already paying them.
Right.
It's just a matter, we hadn't had any matching grant funds in 5 years.
Okay. Okay, any more questions? Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Our next item is a motion to adopt Resolution 2026-22, a resolution amending the Wayne County Personnel Policy. Sarah. I know. I like that.
Morning.
They were good.
It is, well, it ain't official yet, unless you get your name spelled right.
So just to be very clear, there's nothing new here. I'm asking for a couple of rewrites. And basically that is to make sure that I am able to follow our policy appropriately anytime there are certain situations come up. These 3 particular situations have come up over the last year or 2. They've been noted as something that probably needs to be clarified, and so I'm asking for those clarifications. The first one is for Article 7, an FMLA return to work. If we have a safety-sensitive employee that's coming back from medical leave, I would like to, we already have that program, but one thing I would like to implement is requiring them to provide a note from their doctor saying that they are safe to return into that position. And that's for, liability concerns and safety concerns as well. The leave during investigations portion of Article 7, we already have a rule about paid leave during investigations. It just reorganizes this to be clearer. It's still not disciplinary, it applies the same way. It's just the way that I've written it out makes it easier for me to follow when we come across those situations. And then finally, in Article 9, the pre-dismissal notice. This is a clarifying rewrite of the existing procedure. Again, it defines when and how an employee is notified that the county is considering separation. And it would be for progressive discipline and unsatisfactory job performance cases only. Conduct and negligent separations would not apply, which is how we already function. I've just written it out. That's the only changes that I'm asking for. Are there any questions for me?
Any questions?
Yeah, so currently in Article 9, you already don't have in-person pre-dismissals?
Yes, we do.
You do?
Yes, we do. I'm asking to clarify the way that it's written so that we can take out the conduct and negligent separations. So conduct and negligent separations are meant to be swift. It's somebody who has acted in an egregious, in a way that any reasonable employer would say separation is the best interest of the county. All others, we do a in-person notice that we're considering it, and it gives the employee due process, gives them the opportunity to tell us their side in case there's anything that we've missed.
And do you stipulate what egregious means?
Yes, it's written out in the
Okay.
policy, it's defined.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other questions?
Andrew, have you reviewed these? Are you good?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. The next one is mine as well.
Our next item is a motion to adopt Resolution 2026-20, a resolution adopting the 55th Amendment to the Position Classification and Pay Plan for Wayne County, North Carolina.
Yes. This updates job titles, pay grades, and salary ranges to match what was budgeted already. The changes are marked so they're easy to spot. Strike-throughs shows removed or reclassified titles, and red text shows what's new or changed. This keeps the pay plan document matching what's already been funded, and it also includes the addition of a transportation planner position.
So this is basically
Housekeeping.
housekeeping.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So those,
Any questions on that?
so those strike-throughs, Sarah, they've just been simply moved to a different
Yes.
pay grade classification that fits whatever the budget.
Yes.
And the addition of a transportation planner is because we took on the duties of the Eastern Carolina RPO transportation plan, position, and those are funded by DOT on a reimbursement, rate, I believe.
Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
any more questions? All right, our next item is a motion to approve award for Jeffries Building HVAC replacement with appropriate budget amendment.
The county was awarded a grant for $500,000 from the Department of Energy, the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Block Grant. Of those funds, $172,000 are remaining. We have utilized the other funds to replace the windows in the Jeffries building, as well as do an energy audit. So the bids were received actually on the 13th. Dell Mechanical Incorporated was the most responsive bidder for $455,000. So you see we have a gap of $282,868. We are requesting to award Dell Mechanical.
Go back up here.
It says Airhaven, I mean,
It's
it
Airhaven.
says Airhaven on this, on the contract.
Yeah, when the bids had come in, I think initially they were, when they looked at, the bids weren't calculated correctly by staff, so I think they've replaced it since
I
we
was not
first went
aware
over,
of the
yeah.
change. I do apologize.
So Airhaven was the lowest for $383,900.
It reduces the appropriation.
My apologies.
Yeah.
All right, so back up to the memo there. So we're gonna have to change that in the.
No, it's right. That's
Oh, it
right.
is
The
right.
memo's
The
right.
memo is correct.
Okay. You were just reading from somewhere else.
Well, I was reading the one from the agenda review, I apologize. So we are requesting that the Air Haven be awarded the contract and the appropriate budget amendment for $211,868 be appropriated from fund balance to make up the difference.
So we're gonna use the 172 and pay the difference out of
Yes, sir.
fund balance. Okay. All right, any questions on that? All right, the next item that we have is a motion to donate a surplus vehicle to the town of Fremont pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 160A 274.
Yes, sir. The town had requested to us if we had any spare or surplus vehicles we were getting rid of. I asked Kendall to find if we had anything, and he came up with this truck. It's a 2004 model. I'm not sure if there's anything terribly wrong with it, but other than it's got a lot of age on it. So we're
Well,
requesting that
If it's a
you.
2004, yeah, that thing's been around a
Yeah.
while.
We're well, that doesn't mean anything, but motion to, approve a resolution to donate this surplus vehicle to the town pursuant to General Statute 168-274, and this is the vehicle that Fleet, or Kendall had selected, which I'm good with.
All right, anyone have any questions on
And
that?
that is, they have a new code enforcement position up there that they're gonna use it with,
Okay,
so makes
great.
more sense.
So this,
Great.
this is the resolution.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, and all of that concludes our consent agenda. Under new business, we have a motion to award a design build contract for EMS Station 12 to Jackson Builders Incorporated as recommended by the Facilities Committee.
We can go over that in a regular meeting if you like.
Sounds good. Item 18 is a motion to approve a resolution requesting that the North Carolina Department of Transportation dedicate and name a Wayne County portion of future I-42 in Goldsboro, Wayne County, North Carolina, in honor of Jack Best. I thought that was already
It is,
designated.
it is already designated.
So we would need to change that from future I-42 to I-42.
It's designated all the way to LaGrange, or to Lenore County, right?
Yes, sir.
So have you got that resolution?
I do.
Does it say future on the resolution?
It says. I don't see it on, I don't see future on it, no. Yeah, I do, right at the top.
At future.
Portion of future.
So could we get that corrected so that we can eliminate the word future out of that resolution?
Let me call, I'll call,
Well, it's designated I-42.
Jennifer.
Yeah,
I'll call
it's-
Jennifer during the break and make sure there's something that I'm missing.
Okay. All right, and Commissioner Gurley is going to read that resolution, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Great. Then we'll have a county manager's report, board of commissioners, committee reports, closed session. Do we have a closed session?
Yes, sir.
All right, can we have that now?
Yes, sir, we can.
Do I have a motion that we go in closed session?
So moved.
All right, we got a motion to go in closed session.
And that would be to discuss personnel-related matters, to discuss matters relating to location or expansion of industries within the county, and to consult with your attorney to retain attorney-client privilege.
All right, please vote.
Nope.
All right, we're in closed session. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our July 21st Board of Commissioners meeting. Commissioners are reminded of their duty to avoid conflicts of interest consistent with state law and Wayne County policies. Any commissioner who has an actual or potential conflict of interest with respect to any matter on the agenda should disclose the conflict prior to the meeting. This morning, our invocation is by Commissioner Antonio Williams with the Pledge of Allegiance from Commissioner Tim Harron.
Please bow your heads. Lord God, we thank you for having us all here today. We ask that you bless this meeting, bless our county and our cities, bless our community, bless all the people in our community. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Please stand and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the July 7th minutes.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we got a motion on the floor to approve. Please vote. And then was there any adjustments to the agenda?
Yes, sir. Under the consent agenda, I would like to, under item number 16, is to change that from motion to donate to a motion of a resolution to donate a surplus vehicle to the town of Fremont pursuant to NCGS 168-274. And then under number 18, under new businesses, remove the word future from future I-42. It's already a I-42, so remove that word. That's all, sir.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the adjusted agenda? All right, we've got a motion on the floor. Please vote. Okay, thank you. And under special presentations, we're going to have a recognition of Wayne County Leadership Institute graduates.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I'm excited to recognize the third group to graduate from our Wayne County Leadership Institute. This group of employees chose to invest in themselves, to invest in each other, and ultimately into Wayne County. Before I invite two of our participants to come up and speak to you, I wanted to give you just a brief little background on what we do and why we do it. The Wayne County Leadership Institute was created because we believe that leadership can grow from anywhere. You don't have to be a director or a manager to have leadership qualities. And every employee has the opportunity to lead by the way they serve others, by the way they work together, and the way they solve problems. Over a 9-month period, this group spent time learning about local government, about budgeting, and about public service. They learned about communication and team building. They also learned that the best leaders don't pretend to know everything. Instead, they ask good questions and they listen. This group built relationships with people from departments they may have never otherwise even met under other circumstances. And they gained a better understanding of our organization as a whole. Hopefully, they discovered that some of the best ideas come from someone who has a completely different perspective than their own. Joel Gilley, Megan Wilson, Sarah Larson, and I have the privilege of leading this team together, and I couldn't ask for a better group to work with. I appreciate their willingness to share their knowledge and help develop future leaders for Wayne County. I'd also like to thank County Manager Chip Crumpler and this board. Thank you for believing in leadership development, because programs like this would not be possible without your support. Every year, these classes select 2 people from within their own group to speak to the board about their experience in this group. So I think you've heard enough from me. I'm going to invite Charlene Anderson and Michael Alderson to come up and tell you a little bit about their experience. Charlene?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have the honor to come up here and represent our 25-26 Leadership Institute class. We had a phenomenal group of people from different departments that participated this year. Ginger, Megan, Joel, and Sarah made it their mission to strengthen our understanding of local government, develop leadership skills, and to promote unity across departments. I think they succeeded with most of us. Maybe not all, but they did their best. We met at different departments each month. Thank you, I do want to say thank you to each department, if they're listening, for taking the time to educate us and to speak with us about what their role is for the county and what they provide the citizens of Wayne County. So we really enjoyed learning about that. We met at United Way and we learned about the resources and services that they provide. We participated in local companies, we toured local companies like the Mount Olive Pickle Plant in Waukesha. We really enjoyed seeing Mount Olive Pickle. It was interesting to see the assembly chain and each person's role in developing their products. That was very interesting. Long time ago, I'm telling my age, but as a teenager, I worked at Kate's Pickle. So, and that's closed now, so I'm definitely telling my age. So it's interesting to see the progression. I know it's a different company, but the same concept. So I really enjoyed that tour. Waukesha. Now that one was interesting to me because I pass by that every day and forever. It's been here forever, even though there's name changes. But I never knew what they did. So we took that tour and that was really enjoyable. It's a huge plant. You don't realize it till you get in there. And we were guided through each station and they were trying to explain what each station did when they're developing these transformers. It was very interesting, but definitely above my intellect level. It was amazing what they do and how many people that are employed. And then, you know, they're developing, and I didn't know what was going on, to find out that they're doubling in size and the impact that that's going to have on Wayne County. That was just exciting to see and to finally know what's going on and what they do. So I think we all really enjoyed that tour. And they took a lot of time to show us each station and try to explain. Some might have understood, but I'm telling you, yeah, that was very much above my intellect. But I tried. What else? Our leadership class was broken down into different groups. So each month we had to take turns and do a preview or a review of what we did the previous month, like a review of everything. So that was interesting. We had to work together with people from different departments. So we should have had, one group did a rap song. We should have had them present that for you guys, because that was very entertaining and definitely something you can't unsee. So I wish we could have shared that with you guys, but we did a lot of fun things like that. Let's see what else. I'm nervous. Public speaking is not my thing. But anyways, we did team building exercises, and Ginger and I did not communicate well, so I'm hitting on some of the same points you did. So we did some team building exercises, which were fun. I did learn that Brandy Touton from Soil and Water is very competitive. I'm not going to say violence was involved, but I was strongly encouraged to move faster during one of our exercises. And yeah, so yeah, it didn't work because we still didn't win. What else? We had a lot of fun, but we did learn a lot. We learned that our county is governed by elected board of commissioners and an appointed county manager and assistant county manager that serves. Well, the board of commissioners serves as the legislative and executive authority, and the county manager and assistant manager, they oversee the day-to-day operations of the county, of the administration. The North Carolina General Assembly dictates everything, the boundaries of what county commissioners can and cannot do. They set county mandates that must be provided and funded by county funds. Social services, public health, mental health, education mandates, public safety, and justice systems. All of this needs funding. So one of the exercises that we did at the beginning of our class and towards the end, we had to budget. We had to come together, elected a leader, and try to balance the budget, which was interesting in the beginning because we had no clue about anything, but even interesting at the end because even though we had the education and knowledge, it was still difficult. We really struggled with that. So we had X amount of money and we had different cups that each cup needed funding. So no matter what we all decided, the funding, we thought we had it right, Joel or Ginger would throw in some monkey wrenches where somewhere was underfunded or a grant that we didn't match. There was always something, no matter what we did, somewhere was underfunded or something wasn't met.
Welcome to our world.
I know. It was an eye-opener. And some of us didn't agree. We talked about how to raise funds, but some of us didn't agree with this or that. So it was interesting. It was very eye-opening to see what you guys do. So, and bottom line is, I don't want your job. I don't want it. And it does make you less critical, because it's easy to criticize when you're not the one actually doing the job and knowing what needs to be done. So, yeah, so our eyes were open. So thank you for all that you guys do with that stuff. So anyways, good leaders affect retention, performance, and employee satisfaction. It's important to intentionally develop leadership skills. I know I speak for all of us that participate in this program. We are very grateful that Wayne County invested in each of us to develop these leadership skills. It promotes unity across the departments. We work together with people that we normally wouldn't, and seeing different things and developing these friendships. And if I need something or if I have questions about it, I have a contact person I can reach out to. So that was really great. It's really important to invest in your people, and we really appreciate the fact that you guys do support this and that our leaders take the time to develop and invest in us. So thank you so much. I really enjoy participating in this, and I hate that it's over. Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Not to, I gotta say this, not to enjoy public speaking, you did a great job.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Michael Albertson. So I first want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to participate in the Wayne County Leadership Institute. It was truly an eye-opening experience, and I'm grateful for the time and effort that everyone involved is investing in helping us better understand our county and the people who serve it. Like many citizens, I thought I had a pretty good understanding of how county government worked. After all, I do work for Wayne County every day, but this program showed me just how much happens behind the scenes and how interconnected every department truly is. From public safety and social services to finance, public works, and economic development, I gained a much deeper appreciation for the complexity of county government and the difficult decisions that have to be made every day. One activity that really stood out to me was the budget exercise. What many of us refer to as the cup game. I had the privilege, or possibly the challenge, of serving as chairman during this simulation. It didn't take long to realize that no matter how hard you try, there simply isn't enough funding to satisfy every need for every request. Every decision meant weighing priorities, making difficult compromises, and accepting that someone would inevitably leave disappointed. It gave me a whole new appreciation for the responsibility each of you carries when developing and approving the county's budget. I also learned a valuable lesson that I probably won't forget anytime soon. Apparently, if candy is representing county funding, eating it is considered embezzlement. So thankfully I learned that in a classroom and not a courtroom. So while every session was valuable, my favorite was learning about economic development. Before participating in the Leadership Institute, I viewed economic development mostly as attracting new businesses to Wayne County. What I learned is much broader than that. Economic development is about creating opportunities that improve the quality of life for everyone who calls Wayne County home. It's about working to attract industries that provide good paying jobs, supporting local businesses so they can grow, investing in infrastructure and that encourages future development, and creating an environment where families want to live and businesses want to invest. It requires long-term planning, strategic partnerships, and patience because many of the investments made today won't show their full return for years. The Wayne County Leadership Institute has given me a greater appreciation not only for county government, but for the people who the people that dedicate themselves to serving this community. It reminded me that leadership is often about making difficult decisions with limited resources while keeping the best interests of the entire county in mind. Thank you again for investing in this program and for allowing county employees the opportunity to learn more about the work you do. They lead the experience with a deeper understanding, a great appreciation, and even a strong commitment to serving the citizens of Wayne County. Thank you.
Mike, you didn't sit in the chairman's seat too long because you ain't got any gray hair, so.
It's combed over.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Well, thank you again for giving us a few minutes of your time this morning to share this program. And I would just like to ask this graduating class if they would please stand. And please join me in a round of applause.
Could we have them come out here and get a picture? Let's get a group picture if we can. Right, I wished our budget was signified by candy. Great. Thank y'all. And I think we've already mentioned this company, but we wanted to recognize Prolic GE Waukesha winning North Carolina's Deal of the Year Mid-Size Market Project. And County Manager Chip Crumpler will guide us through this.
What a segue into recognizing a company right here in Wayne County that we're proud of. If I can get you guys to come on up. I'm gonna read, Julie wrote my notes here, so make sure I say the right things, but today we have the opportunity to recognize something that is at the heart of Wayne County economic development, and that is supporting the industries that have already chosen to invest in our community. While recruiting new companies is important, some of our greatest opportunities for economic growth come from helping our existing industries expand, create jobs, and continue investing right here in Wayne County. Today's recognition celebrates exactly that. Last month, the North Carolina Economic Development Association named the Prolic GE Waukesha expansion its 2026 Mid-Size Deal of the Year. This is the first time a project has won this award here in Wayne County. The project represents a $140 million investment in Wayne County, creating 330 new jobs and anticipated average wage of $72,000 a year. It is an investment that will strengthen our local economy, create opportunities for our residents, and reinforce Wayne County's position as a leader in advanced manufacturing. We are grateful to Prolic GE Waukesha for their continued confidence here in Wayne County and for choosing to grow here, staying here. Their investment reflects not only the strength of their company, but also the strength of the partnerships that make projects like this possible. This project is a testament of what can be accomplished when the private sector, local government, regional organizations, educational institutions, utility partners, and state agencies work together towards a common goal. We appreciate everyone who played a role in bringing this investment to fruition and helping ensure Wayne County remains a place where industries can grow and succeed. On behalf of the Wayne County Board of Commissioners, congratulations to the entire Prolic GE Waukesha team on this outstanding recognition. Thank you for your continued investment in Wayne County, for the jobs you create, and for the confidence you continue to place in our community. We look forward to your continued success and to many more years of this partnership. And we have this beautiful plaque here, certificate of recognition presented to Prolic GE Waukesha in recognition of receiving the North Carolina Economic Development Association's 2026 Mid-Size Market Deal of the Year Award. Congratulations. Well, would y'all like to make any comments?
Well,
I know you might be.
I think the presentation we just heard about the investments that are being made in the leadership and everything that we have here was spot on. We have enjoyed calling Wayne County home for now 59 years here. We are most happy to continue to make the investment. It would not be done without the help of all of the folks here at the Commissioner's office, extended throughout the community, whether that is the education system here, the Wayne County Development Association, our state and regional partners as well. Obviously, this was a competitive situation where we have other opportunities to do this, but at the end of the day, the relationship, the collaboration, and the work here, and we're proud to be a partner in the community here. We hope that this investment, the payroll, the sub-supply activities are going to continue to strengthen the county, and we're well on our way for the project. If you go by, there's a lot of civil work done. We're putting pilings in the ground. We'll be putting steel up here. We've actually started the first hiring as well, so about the first 30 employees out of the 330 that Chip was mentioning are being hired, and we hope to be at that goal. So we're well on our way. And I think hopefully we'll also be a large contributor to the greater good of the state as well. As we all know that energy is a value commodity now, really powering the electrification, AI, machine intelligence, and the need for energy. And certainly we want to be do our part in doing that. So again, I can't say enough. Thank you. Thanks for all the investments that you're making in the community, in the people, to continue this growth. And we're very, very proud to be a participant in that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Get a picture.
Sure.
Yes, can we all come down there? That was a huge accomplishment. Thanks, Julie. Okay, let's see what we've got next. Appointment committee.
Okay. First off, we need a motion to appoint clerk to the board, Kayla Whitley, to the Juvenile Crime Prevention Council.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. That comes from the committee. So if you'd please vote.
Unanimous.
Okay,
Second, we need a motion to appoint Bilma Aniguez to the Public Library Board of Advisors.
okay, we've got a motion from the committee. Please vote.
Okay? And then for our next meeting, we're going to have reappoint Linda Harper and Francis Casey to the Community Advisory Committee. And lastly, appoint Bethany Moore to the Wayne County Tourism Development Authority as recommended by the TDA Board. And we'll be voting on this at our next meeting. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Under unfinished business, we have a motion to award the contract for DHHS paving.
Yes, sir, Commissioner. This is the driveway that goes down, that runs along the new HHS building. This is one of the last remaining little parts of the project that we need to finish up the facility. The facility committee directed staff to go out and get bids on this, so they did. They received bids, and the lowest bidder was Asphalt Services in the amount of $79,300. So the facilities committee is recommending that that be approved. And this will be funded with loan proceeds from the borrowing. There's still money available to cover that.
Is it my understanding we've already done all of the other infrastructure that was necessary before we actually do this paving?
That I do not know.
That's, the electrical's not been
Well,
done yet.
nothing that will interfere with paving.
Well, if we got to get up under the road somehow or another without having to,
They'll have to
having to
bore it.
bore, if you had to bore, it's gonna cost more money.
And you'd have to bore it now unless you cut the paving.
This is the top layer.
It's only the top layer.
Yeah, so I would suggest that we make sure we got everything underground before we start paving. And there are other, well,
I agree.
we'll talk about that after.
Yeah,
that,
we will just check with them to make sure we've got all that done prior to the final code. Okay, we've got a motion to award the contract. Any discussion on the motion? Or do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, we've got a motion now. Any discussion? If not, please vote. There you go. All right, thank you. And under consent agenda, I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
All right, we have a motion. Any discussion on the motion
It's adjusted, right?
as adjusted? Please vote. Now, under new business, we have a motion to award the design build contract for EMS Station 12 to Jackson Builders Incorporated as recommended by the Facilities Committee.
So that was, went out for RFQ for contractors. Those contractors, we narrowed that list down to three. The Facilities Committee interviewed those three and selected Jackson Builders as to move forward with the design build process. And we're asking for your approval of that today.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we approve, design build contract to Jackson Builders Incorporated, as recommended by the Facilities Committee.
All right, thank you. Any discussion on the motion?
Mr. Chair, one comment.
Yes.
Just would like to thank those three companies locally in Wayne County who showed the interest and came to present to Facilities Committee, Daniels and Daniels, T11, and Jackson Builders. Difficult decision for all of us, but they're great companies, and we really appreciate them showing an interest to work with us here in Wayne County. So just to comment on that, Mr. Chair.
Great, thank you. All right, please vote on the motion. That passes unanimously. Next item is a motion to approve a resolution requesting that the North Carolina Department of Transportation dedicate and name a Wayne County portion of I-42 in Goldsboro, Wayne County, North Carolina, in honor of Jack Best. Commissioner Gurley.
Yes, sir. May I sit here, or do you want me to go?
That'd be great.
I have the honor to, reading this resolution. Resolution of the County Commissioners of the County of Wayne requesting that the North Carolina Department of Transportation dedicate and name a Wayne County portion of I-42 in Goldsboro, Wayne County, North Carolina, in honor of Jack Best. Whereas transportation facility in eastern North Carolina are essential to the expedient movement of goods, services, and residents of the great state of North Carolina. And whereas Wayne County serves as a member of the Goldsboro MPO, which oversees transportation planning for the Goldsboro urban area, which encompasses the majority of Wayne County. And whereas Wayne County has successfully partnered in their efforts to influence the allocation of funds for the location of superior transportation facility, which would enhance the attractiveness of the area to new business and industry. And whereas Jack Best, a local business owner in Goldsboro, who served the public in capacities as a Wayne County Commissioner, a Village of Walnut Creek Councilman, was instrumental in supporting and promoting the planning and construction of a future interstate highway which would connect I-40 to Morehead City through Wayne County. And whereas as a public servant, Jack served his constituents well by recognizing the transportation is the key to North Carolina's economic growth and recruitment of jobs. And whereas Jack Best was involved in the promotion, design, and planning of the Goldsboro Bypass, designated as I-42 corridor within Wayne County, through service of various boards, and was a founding member of the Highway 70 Corridor Commission. And whereas Jack put forth his dedication to making the Goldsboro Bypass, now known as I-42 Corridor Project, a reality through the extensive service to his fellow citizens. And whereas on May 27, 2016, Governor Pat McCrory and the North Carolina Department of Transportation joined state and local officials and members of the Highway 70 Corridor Commission to open the completed Goldsboro Bypass, and now designated as I-42. And whereas it would be most fitting for the state of North Carolina and the county of Wayne to recognize him in a permanent public manner. Now therefore be it resolved by the County Commissioners of Wayne County, North Carolina, that, one, the Commissioners hereby recommends honoring Jack Best by requesting the North Carolina Department of Transportation dedicate and name a portion of the I-42 corridor in Goldsboro, Wayne County, North Carolina, extending from the vicinity of State Road 1719, known as Northwestern Road, approximately 3.4 miles east to the Lenore County line, in honor of Mr. Jack Best. And two, this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its adoption, the 21st day of July 2026. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve this resolution in honor of our friend Jack Best.
Absolutely. A motion on the floor, any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, please vote. Absolutely passed unanimously. No better fitting honor to honor Jack Bass, because he definitely worked diligently, gave it his all to make that project happen.
And this resolution would have been about 19 pages long if we'd have put all the,
Isn't that the
his
truth?
recognition that he's been through. And we do appreciate, Jack and his dedication, his and Chuck Allen's as well. They were very instrumental in getting this going, started, and finished here in Wayne County. So a little short portion in the western part, and we're working on that. We're gonna try to continue his mission.
Well, great. County Manager's report.
Yes, sir. I'd like to, congratulate our leadership candidates that went through that program. It's quite a program, teaching people, teaching staff what other departments do, the importance of how they work together and getting them out of their comfort space of their own department and teaching them new things. And the staff has done a great job. I have nothing to do with it, but it's impressive how it grows and gets better every year. And when they went to Waukesha, that was on Economic Development Day. That's about the only day that I get involved with it. I do participate in that, but I didn't this past year due to a conflict. I wish I had, but it's partnerships with like Waukesha, a great company that is so easy to get along with, and a great community partner here. I remember when we were putting in and redoing a lift station adjacent on their property. We own a little lift station there for Genoa. How accommodating they were to give us temporary construction easements and new easements, and right from corporate on down it speaks of volumes for how a company is operated when they see a public works project going on. So and I'm appreciative of that as well. Speaking of that recognition for Jack Best, that's great, but that project is still not a completed project. The importance of completing I-42 is substantial to eastern North Carolina. It means a connection from Raleigh to the coast, to the port. We've still got sections that need funding. We've got not drop the ball, need to pick that mantle up, keep charging forward. And another project that in my mind is just as important is an I-795 connector from Ash Street Extension, West Ash Street at its terminus there down to Interstate 40 for that connection. Interstate highways through your community like we have here are, uncommon in most areas except in large cities. So we're very lucky to have it, but we need that completion too. And I just don't lose track of the importance of those two projects. And that's all I have.
We're good. Commissioner reports. Mr. Williams.
Thank you, sir. Just want to let all our citizens know, be safe out here. We have a lot of storms that are here, and with this hot weather, stay safe, stay cool. Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay.
I just got a kick out of the young gal who reported on that, and it kind of opened their eyes as to what we go through on a daily basis as commissioners and whatnot. And especially that remark you made about the candy.
No.
Well, that's all I have.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, thank you.
Yes, Commissioner.
Just again, want to thank the facilities committee for our July 7th meeting, and all of our staff here, and Dave sitting in the back for all the work that's been done for EMS Station 12. Again, it was a difficult decision. We had three great contractors, but I feel like we made the best choice for this project, and looking forward to that construction hopefully starting soon, and that serving our community. So thank you for everyone who's put a great effort into EMS Station 12. Also, just make a comment about the leadership program. I appreciate that, Ginger. Thank you for your work on that. I know, just as a citizen, kind of what Michael said, until I was able to, I guess, be blessed to serve with you gentlemen and Miss Barbara. As a citizen, you really don't realize everything that goes on in county government and how everything works together. So I'm sure even in our employees, and as many as we have, just having an opportunity for employees from different departments to get together, just to work together and talk about what they do, does a lot to coordinate between those departments. So thank you for that and that program, and for having them here today. I really appreciate and enjoyed listening to that as well. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Gurley.
Thanks, sir. A little bit more on Jack. Gonna miss Jack. He, we go to the meetings a lot of times on the I-42, 70 Quarter Commission, together. We sit beside each other, and I'd get entertained, on several occasions. He's told me to be quiet on several occasions, or keep my mouth shut. And I adhere to his request. And I always wondered why at EDR, I'd come in right there at the meeting, and there'd be a chair right there at the door, right beside Jack, and Jack would pull it out. And I asked him one time, I said, why don't y'all, I said, why's the chair always there? He said, Jack says Chris is sitting there. And I've been, I relish his knowledge and what he's meant to Wayne County. We didn't always see eye to eye. We were both, he told me I was hard-headed, but that come from somebody that was hard-headed too, based on what Miss Ellen told me anyway. But anyway, we're gonna miss Jack, but this was fitting to, I'm thank you to Jennifer, and Durwood for requesting us to do, recommending us to do this, and, that's not fitting for anyone else but Jack. I will, say I had the opportunity, or the privilege, I should say, of attending, former Commissioner Andy Anderson's funeral a couple of weeks back. And we're talking about, 795. Well, his oldest son lives in Virginia. And when I come by, walking from at Sawston Church, walking from the fellowship hall to the front of the church to go in for the service, I walked by this Ford truck, and I looked down. It had a American flag on the backside. He's in the Air Force, or retired out of the Air Force. And I looked down at the license tag. It is a Virginia state license plate that said I-795. That honored his daddy with that license tag, because actually Andy was very instrumental in getting 795 to where it's at. A lot of things I learned that day, and I've known Mr. Andy for a long time. He lived in our fire district, and had discussions when I was the fire chief, when he was here as commissioner, about certain things. And but there's a lot of things I didn't know. And one of them that really caught me off guard is he bought the land on Long's Plant Farm Road for the military, the Eastern Carolina military graveyard, and donated it to DC for them to put that graveyard. I did not know that.
Few people know that.
Exactly, and that shows you what kind of person he was. No telling what it cost, but he saw the need, and in his service, and he 8,000 missions or something like that he flew, and he flew so much in one plane that they said you can't fly anymore. So he somehow or another he went and got in another plane and could start back flying. So he was just that dedicated, during his time in service. So I just wanted to recognize him as well, because he's the reason, as Chip said, we're very fortunate, because most towns that our size do not have an interstate, much less two that intersect. That we're, like I've said this on multiple occasions, we're kind of known as the crossroads of North Carolina. And so I just want to recognize him as well. So thank you, sir.
Yes, we've gone through a period of losing some great former, some great statesmen for our county.
Absolutely.
I have no comments. We do need to go back into closed session.
the same
Do I have a
reasons
motion
as
that we go back into closed session?
So moved.
All right, we got a motion for the purpose of,
Same reasons as.
same reason. Okay, thank you. Please vote.
I turned my computer off, but.
All right. So we're back in closed session. All right, we're back from closed session. Is there any further business for us today? Hearing none, adjourn our meeting. Thank you.
Yeah, that document.